touched to be here.
Yeah. It's an intention. Satisfied.
Yeah.
So it's satisfying.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
I got a lot of questions, but I think the most important for me is to understand my place in the life that I'm living, meaning
your place is to choose it through experience, believe it because you want to,
right,
and then receive it because you chose it and believed it.
Right.
Sounds simplistic, but that is it.
Right.
Choose it, practice believing it, and then enjoy its unfolding. And the enjoying its unfolding is key, because as it's unfolding, it isn't yet. As it's unfolding, it isn't yet. And if your eye is on the isn't, then you slow down the unfolding and you don't take pleasure in that. Can you hear us when we say the things you want only because it's fun to be on your way to them? You don't know that because you think that getting there is what's fun. But that's because you haven't let it be fun like it can be fun.
Yes, I can feel that.
Now ask that question again.
Ask that question again. What am I supposed to be doing?
You moved on before you let it settle in. Oh, now it's a little different. The question's a little different. Now what is it?
It's a feeling like, what am I supposed to be doing?
You're supposed to be doing things that are satisfying to you.
Right.
That's a big step for you, because for so much of your life, you thought you were supposed to do things that big people around you wanted you to do so you didn't get in trouble with them. Think about that. Even that was the path of least resistance, wasn't it? Because it went way easier if you just did what they wanted you to do than if you didn't. But you're not accustomed to being able to choose, so you're not yet very good choosers. So you're saying, Abraham, choose for me. I'll be happy to do it. If you'll just tell me, what am I supposed to be doing? And we say, what do you want to do? And you say, that wasn't my question. I don't think that was my question. I don't think my question is, what do I want to do? I think my question is, what am I supposed to do? And we say, you're supposed to do what you want to do. You say, oh, that's freaky. Nobody in my past would ever have agreed with that.
Yeah.
My parents didn't agree. My teachers didn't agree. The police don't agree. Nobody agrees with that, Abraham. Are you sure? Are you sure? I could be in so much trouble with so many people if I just did what I wanted to do. And we say, okay, then don't do what you want to do and complain about how your life sucks all the time. The universe will cooperate with your clear thought. It's only your contradicted thought that causes you trouble.
Yeah, it feels like the spirit in me is really, really powerful, but at the same time, I'm crushing that. But it's because of the old.
Let's say that different. That spirit within you is very, very powerful. And that spirit within you is very, very much focused upon the things that you've been saying that you want all along. But your contradictory thought holds you in contradiction to that. And that's why the crushing word comes into it. You're not crushing anyone. You're just slowing down your fun. Can you lighten up a little bit? Can you just lighten up a little bit? Esther is one of the most willing and able aligners with the energy of source that we've ever known. And she got such an important message. Why don't you move your furniture around in your living room? And you think, shouldn't there be more? And we say, give it a chance. You're in this world. These things that surround you are full of the potential for the satisfying of your reason for being here. We think that what we're pointing out to you is that you may not, you must not, you probably don't really trust your reason for being here. You don't know your importance. You don't know your true value. And that's what your question is about. I'm trying to find my value. What am I supposed to do? And when someone who professes to be with source energy and of source energy says, you're supposed to have fun, you go, I'm pretty sure that's not right. Because I've wanted to have a lot of fun, and other people that seemed wiser than me did not ever agree that that was my reason for being here. And we say, they were wrong. They were wrong. They'd already lost their connection with source energy. Watch the little ones. Watch the beasts of your planet. Watch the truly inspired, you see. So what am I supposed to do? The specific answer to that important question is what you most feel most satisfaction in right here and now where you are, because you can't perform other than in this moment. All of your power is here and now. And so focus on the things that feel the best, say the things that feel the best. By that we mean the most satisfying. Do the things that feel the most satisfying. This is all you got right now. All you have is right now. This is where your point of focus is, which means this is where your power is, which means this is where the junction between you and you are. So here's a good way of addressing this. So let's say that you're going to a meeting with someone. Maybe it's a romantic meeting, maybe it's a business meeting, maybe it's friendship, doesn't matter. You're coming to a table where you're going to co-create. And every moment is like that. Every moment is one of those meetings. And we want you to just contemplate, what am I bringing to the meeting? Which means, what's my mood? What's my attitude? Who am I vibrationally as I come to this meeting? Because who you are in the meeting represents everything that you will have in this rendezvous, you see.
I recognize that. I recognize that the belief in it is there.
Let's make it practical.
Yeah.
Let's say that there are some people that are going to get together. Let's say it's a family. Many of you can relate to that. So there's some generations that are going to converge. There's some grandkids and there's some kids and there's some grandparents, let's say. They're converging for something. And they're all bringing whoever they are to the meeting. So let's say the children are playful. That's what they're bringing to the meeting. So they're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. And let's say mother is bringing worry because she's been focused on not enough money. And dad's coming too. And mother is also bringing her resentment of dad because he doesn't worry about money and he should. And then grandma and grandpa are coming and they are just glad that they're out of this family because they bicker all the time. So everybody's bringing to the meeting. Now, let's say that you are another cousin who's coming to the meeting and you've been with this family before. And so you have a slight awareness of what's probably going to happen there because the kids are going to annoy the parents are going to bark at the kids are going to not pay any attention, which is going to cause more frustration with the parents, and the grandparents are going to wish they were dead. But you're coming to the meeting. You're coming to this party. And you come, you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You've meditated. You've been appreciating life. You're full of yourself. You really do appreciate and love every one of these people. You know them. You've been with them before. And so you coming to the meeting, connected with your inner being, brings a whole different energy to this meeting. In other words, you bring something because you're in alignment with who you are for others to rise to, So the children who are looking for fun also are more sensitive to what's going on with others. So they are less annoying than they usually are. And because of your being at the table, so to speak, and your interest in who they all are, you've distracted mother from being mad at dad because he doesn't make enough money. And dad's oblivious to it anyway. And so dad is having a very nice conversation with you, which mother is enjoying. And the children really aren't interested in any of it. And they're sort of doing their own thing. And grandma and grandpa are watching and thinking, I'm really glad I came here. Just because you showed up with a different vibrational frequency. Now, this is practical creation. Are you getting what we're talking about? Now, you could not have tuned yourself to source. You might have awakened that morning, been short on time, not taken the time to meditate. You might have even noticed that you don't have as much money as you wish that you had. So you might be aggravated. You might be in vibrational alignment with some shortage that somebody else has. And you might show up. And instead of being this high-minded, high vibration that is going to draw everyone upward, you might be someone that's a vibrational match to whatever else is going on. And so you're just co-creating with all of that. And then you all leave this very unpleasant rendezvous blaming each other for why it was unpleasant, and no one taking ownership of what you brought to the meeting. That's really what we're talking about. Deliberate creation is you tuning yourself so that no matter where you are, you get what you want. You get what you want in every environment. This is what true unconditional living and unconditional love really is. You're not saying, I'm coming to a meeting, I'm sending out a memo, and when I get there, you don't bicker anymore, and you stop giving your husband a bad time about money because you spend like a wild banshee. You don't send out a memo of the conditions that you need to be the way you need to be them, so that when you get there, you're able to just observe something that's already manifested the way you want it to be. You understand that this is creation in progress. You understand that this is a meeting in progress, and you understand that you have meaningful vibrational offering into the meeting. And so you don't just show up and respond and have a knee-jerk reaction to the conditions. You bring the momentum of your alignment into the gathering, and the gathering benefits by the momentum of your alignment. Can you hear that?
I so hear that. Thank you very much.
So when we talk about thoughts turning to things, we're talking about your vibrational beingness being the basis from which those things come about. And they come about fast. In other words, in every moment, there is a manifestation. And as you start caring about what you bring to the meeting, what do you bring to the meeting of people in traffic on your way to work? What do you bring? Do you bring clarity and kindness? Do you bring agility and dexterity and fantastic driving skills? What are you bringing? Because you're always in a meeting. You're in a meeting of minds. You're in a meeting of energy. What are you bringing? And this is the question that we want you to ponder in the days that are following this. Not, oh, I showed up. I better get ready. Too late. You showed up. And whatever you had going on is what you brought. And the results of the meeting, you are as much responsible for them as anybody else. The biggest disruptor at your meeting, you want to say, oh no, it was that guy over there. He was the biggest disruptor. You are as responsible for what took place on a global stage or at a small meeting with 4 or 5 people, because you're bringing something to the meeting. And as you start paying attention to what it is, and you start caring in advance about how you feel, and you start deliberately allowing the momentum of you to be connected to the momentum of your source. Oh, do you have any idea what kind of leverage you have when you align with source energy? When you align with source energy and you bring source energy to the meeting, you're getting a sense of this, aren't you? We think this is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.
Don't forget to leave a positive message and subscribe.